Got a question. Ever felt like your thoughts get tangled up? Like they make sense in your head but not out loud? Welcome to Leave It to Larimore, the space where we slow down, speak up, and sort it all out. No experts, no script, just real talk, real people, and a real understanding. I'm your host, Bryant Larimore, and together, we're untangling life, one conversation at a time. Let's talk about it.
So, welcome back to Leave It to Larimore. I was asked a question, and I felt like this is probably the best time to kind of answer that question and kind of give a perspective at the same time. I was asked a couple of times, why did you start Leave It to Larimore? Like, where did that come from? Where did you pull that from, especially in a time now where we have so many different podcasts and so many different options, of what to listen to. What was my conversation that made this situation any different? What did I have to offer? And I just thought about a real space for a chill conversation that was actually about the heavy stuff that we carry. I didn't start Leave It to Larimore because I had all the answers. Like I started it because I had questions, and no one or nowhere that felt safe enough to say them out loud. A lot of us are walking around, with thoughts we never finish, feeling emotions that we never even name. And a lot of us have stories that we've never unpacked. And what I saw was there was a problem because everywhere I looked, the conversations were either too loud or too polished. Either somebody was preaching or somebody was performing. But the real conversations, the ones that actually help you breathe again, those usually happen in spaces like the barbershop, where there's no judgment or, nobody who's flaunting their degrees, just people all there for a common reason, typically to get a haircut or a shave, but they're long enough to have an opportunity to share their perspective. I realized that I learned more sitting in that chair just listening than I ever did scrolling. And so that was the premise. Now, why Leave It to Larimore? Well, Leave It definitely was the concept that suggests that you do not have to carry this thing by yourself, whatever it may be. And Larimore was me saying that I'll sit in this with you. We can try to unpack this together. This is definitely not a place to just dump all your problems, but it's definitely about sitting them down long enough to understand them. I thought about my life, and the different events that I've taken in. And there were times in my life where I felt strong on the outside, but if only people could see the inside, I was so overwhelmed. And I noticed something. Every time I finally talked about whatever it was that had so much weight on the inside, it seems like that problem or that issue began to lose power. Not necessarily because the problem was solved, but more or less because it was now seen. And I felt like Leave It to Larimore could definitely be a place that allows you to think out loud, untangle some of those emotions, give an opportunity to share a perspective, something that you've gone through, something that you've dealt with, to be an asset to someone. I definitely did not create a place, for therapy or for preaching or for judgment, although I feel as if therapy is definitely a goal for us to get to so that we can better understand ourselves from a psychological perspective. I feel like if we had an issue with our eyes, we'd have a problem going to the eye doctor. Or if something was wrong, with our heart, we would definitely go see a heart doctor. And I feel like if the weight of the world is weighing on you emotionally and mentally, then it is okay to see someone who has the ability to help you navigate through those thoughts and emotions. Because I'm definitely not here to fix you. But I am here to sit in those questions with you so that we can potentially look at life from a different perspective that offers something else. I don't know if you've ever been to the barbershop and when you left, like you just felt lighter. Not necessarily because life had changed, but because somebody understood you. You was in a place where you did not feel by yourself. That was the feeling that I wanted to recreate. I wanted you not to feel by yourself. That the situations or the circumstances that you may have gone through or may be going through was something that someone else could understand. That someone else would walk that situation out with you. And I knew that a platform needed to be presented that gave an opportunity for that to even happen. I wanted this podcast to be a place that helps you name one of those feelings. If this podcast helps you name that feeling or think one thought all the way through, then I know I've done the job and it's done exactly what it was designed to do. You don't need permission to reflect. You don't need credentials to heal. Sometimes we just need space. And that is really the whole concept. This Leave It to Larimore is not a destination, but it's a place to pause. If something has been weighing on you and you don't really have to solve it today, just don't carry it by yourself. That is what Leave It to Larimore is here for. We are here to walk with you, to be that outlet that helps untangle the thought that is not quite making sense at the moment. So if that is the place, oftentimes we don't even know we need until we get there. So I invite you over to Leave It to Larimore so we can sit down and talk and try to figure this thing called life out. Again, not therapy. This is perspective. This is real conversation. So I look forward to you tapping in to Leave It to Larimore. A great place for us to sit down and talk about it.
Hey, appreciate you for tapping in with Leave It to Larimore. This is where thoughts get untangled and understanding gets built. Remember, you don't need a title to have a voice, and you don't need all the answers to start the conversation. If something from today's episode made you think, hit that follow button, share it with somebody, and keep the convo going. I'm Brian Larimore, and until next time, keep thinking and keep talking and keep growing. This is Leave It to Larimore.